movie tree.
Howdy, branches, and welcome to episode number
107.
107. That is someone's lucky number.
So's that.
Wasn't that cans, because it just got crushed.
Yes.
We're here to do the 1991
Two.
fantastic, loved, beautiful, used to be good action film. Nostalgialized. Under Siege.
Yes.
My name's Poncho. That's GPG.
Yes.
And we may not want to bring it to you, but we're going to bring it to
Hey,
you.
it'll be fun either way.
It'll be fun. Join us for the ride as we find out if this film sinks or drowns.
Oh. Okay. See if we can get our fourth 5 in a row.
Yeah, 4-5 in a row. Under Siege. Hey, come on, guys. We can do
come
this.
on. If you guys believe enough,
If we think positive and cross our fingers.
say our prayers and take our vitamins.
Come on, Steven Seagal. You've done it once before. Hang on.
No,
You could do it once and for all.
Yes.
Here we go. Under Siege.
So we got here by climbing the Colmini branch. As we said last week, though, he played Major Ambrose in The Last of the Mohicans. But if you asked me where he was, I couldn't have fucking told you.
I can't tell you either.
No. He plays Dormer in Under Siege, and you do know him.
Does. Yeah,
He's
you see
he's
him in
there.
this, yeah.
The storyline: an ex-Navy SEAL turned cook is the only person who can stop a group of terrorists when they seize control of US battleship.
Nakatomi ship. USS Nakatomi.
Where did you first watch this, Mike?
I couldn't tell you, but I feel like this was a Channel 9
Oh yeah, one of them.
movie night with the fam.
Was Erica
Has to
Alniak
be.
scene cut out of that one?
Because, there'd be a few scenes cut out, I reckon, but
yeah.
it does. It lives in my soul as a loved film, and I do believe that is because it was me watching the film with Mum, in like my stepfather and my brothers, and we're all, and probably me just laying on the carpet because I'm only like 6 years old and nimble as fuck, and would wake up like the next day, just no back injuries, no pull muscles.
No.
If I laid on the ground now and watched a film, I'd be done for 3 weeks.
5 minutes, I'd have to roll over on my back.
Get me to the
and,
doctor.
lift my legs up.
Get me to the ambulance.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was definitely a movie night.
I think I saw this at cinemas with a mate, I'm pretty sure. IMDb has this at a 6.5. Rotten Tomatoes. Critics, 80%.
80%. Okay. I will try right now
Yeah.
and convince us why this happened.
All right, go on.
This isn't as over the top as every other action film in
On the surface,
It's
no,
world.
it's not.
So we didn't have, and we always go back to it, our Bourne identity.
Yeah.
Our Bourne identity is when we changed to real fighting. We got the actual gun using their eyes and turning around corners with the tilted gun.
Yep.
And the fighting was actual, like moving the arm, snap. There was no 15 roundhouse kicks.
Yep.
That for me is like sort of the pinpoint of where action turned. All right, people actually want to see what might be real, as opposed to shooting from the hip, doing diving double guns.
Yeah, jumping off a Nakatomi Tower with a fire hydrant around you.
And I feel like compared to everything else with Arnold Schwarzenegger going, hug around, and everyone else doing their bullshit lines and stuff, Steven Seagal is actually very relaxed.
He is, yeah, I'll give
He's
you that.
almost the Bourne of shit
Okay,
action.
B-grade action, yeah, okay.
Like, before we knew what Bourne was a game changer.
Yeah.
And this was not a game changer, but it was a tilt towards, hang on a minute, like, he's not actually crazy. He's not doing dives, backflip kicks and shit. He's actually just fighting people hand to hand.
Probably because he couldn't.
He couldn't. He's the most mid-body I've ever seen in an action star.
The other thing, too, is there's a lot of real-world elements in this movie. So the USS Missouri, real ship, was really decommissioned. They used footage of the real ship. They had footage of President Bush and his wife.
Yes.
During the that was a real thing that happened. They referenced the Gulf War, which was very, very recent. at that point in time.
Yeah.
Vietnam. So there were a lot of real world elements in and around the script of this movie.
So, yeah, for me, it's almost more real world where Bourne gave us that pure hit.
Yep.
This gave us a touch
Bourne made
compared to what we had.
You know what Bourne made you feel like? Bourne made you feel like that what was going on might have been happening around the corner.
Yes.
From you.
It's like, hang on, this is what a special forces guy might do.
Yep.
He might be that brutal.
Yep.
And this is sort of, it is like a hint of what was to come. But, I mean, that, even mentioning it in the same name is so bad.
Yeah, I know.
But it's the only way
It's
I
a good
can
comparison,
explain. Because the critics here didn't know Bourne.
No.
So you've got to take yourself away from Bourne like it didn't exist and compare this to Commando.
Yep.
And you're sort of like, well, fuck, okay, this guy's serious.
The audience was a little bit in more agreements with IMDb, 62%. On a budget of 35 mil, it made 156 mil, which basically got it a sequel, which was
Certainly
on a
did.
fucking train.
Yeah.
It was 14.
Sequel on a train.
It was 14th at the box office, just behind Alien 3, Unforgiven, Patriot Games, and Wayne's World. As we know from our recent reviewing history, it was Aladdin, The Bodyguard, and Home Alone 2 was the top three.
Yeah, nice.
Released on the 9th of October, 1992. Come on, Poncho. I've said these titles for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
What year?
92.
Yep. Home Alone.
Fuck's sake.
Well,
We've reviewed 2 of them in the last 3 weeks.
what did we do in the last 3 weeks? Last of the Mohicans.
Yes.
And Bodyguard. Oh, we're in. That's it. That's all I got.
Encino Man.
Encino Man.
And
Yes.
A Few Good Men.
That's it.
Runtime of an hour and 43
Hey, I don't
minutes.
listen. I podcast.
Produced by Warner Brothers. This is actually nominated for 2 Oscars.
Was it?
It was nominated for Best Sound. Of course, we know it lost to The Last of the Mohicans. And Best
God.
Sound Effects Editing lost to Bram Stoker's Dracula. Directed by Andrew Davis, who's also done Above the Law, The Fugitive, Chain Reaction.
Above the law.
Above the Law.
Above the law.
Well, that's
I am the law.
Seagal. It's Above the Law. So it's like, I'm above the law.
Above the law.
I'm above the law.
You are the law. I'm above the law.
I'm above the law. You're below me. A Perfect Murder, Collateral Damage, Holes, and The Guardian. Cast. Steven Seagal, 40. Gary Busey, 48. Thomas and Lee Jones, 46. Erica Elniak, 23. And Raymond Cruz, 31. Slight little bit of tidbit. The film's box office success played a role in delaying production of a third Die Hard film. Originally, the script was born out of a spec script called Troubleshooter about a cruise ship taken over by terrorists. Ultimately, the idea was deemed too similar to Under Siege, and the script underwent several rewrites before ultimately becoming Die Hard with a Vengeance in 1995.
Wow. So they were actually going to make a situational film
Die
again
Hard
for Die
movie
Hard 3,
on
and
a
it was
boat.
going to be on a boat.
Yep.
Why'd they never go back?
I think the premises would have been dumb.
On a boat?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's Under Siege.
I mean, it would be cool if John McClane's just on a cruise boat.
Because he could be, the whole time, he could be bitching about, hey, I'm just here to relax.
Yeah. Come on a cruise boat.
Come on, cruise, have a few laughs.
Yeah. That's good.
Last week, you said this movie was a 2.5. On the back of that, can I please have your thoughts and score?
I was wrong.
Oh, okay.
This is a shame. It used to be a really fun film. I held it up there with Commando, Die Hard, and those types of films. Die Hard is still quality. Commando is still fun, but this is just not enjoyable anymore. I can't remember a good one-liner. The kills are overshadowed by the poor makeup and visuals. The shootouts are like something me and my brothers did in the lounge room, rolling over couches. The performances are poor. Our main good guy, Steven Seagal, being one of the worst of those performances. The storyline is still acceptable for a good action flick. The sets and boat they are shooting on are impeccable.
Yep.
I just think films like Mick Banning's Fallen trilogy
Yes.
have surpassed this
Yes.
in every aspect, so you will never come back. Unfortunately, I have to give this a score of 1.9.
1.9. Okay, that's yeah.
What about you, my
a score.
friend?
That's a score. I mean, it just kind of is. It just kind of moseys along for the most part. It never really gets above a dull murmur for me now. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Steven Seagal has the persona of a dry piece of cardboard.
See, there's no one-liners.
He's got no character. He's got nothing in his arsenal either to change it up. There's no, even his one-liners are delivered in just a low murmur. And like, he's not a hero you can get behind in this movie. It's a harmless action flick, but it's exactly Die Hard on a fucking boat with an uncharismatic leading man.
Yep.
It's not special anymore, and it's like you said, it's a fucking shame because I had nostalgia for this movie because as an early '90s action movie, it was up there in terms of with the good ones. But this is just it's not great anymore.
I remember great moments with the family watching this.
Yeah,
and it hurts.
I gave it a 2, so just above.
Oh, you bastard! We were close.
We were close. That gives it a 1.95, puts it equal with The Nightmare on Elm Street and The Three Musketeers. Puts it smack dab in the middle of those.
That's fair enough. That is fair enough.
At 100th.
Oh, bang, bang. 100. 100.
Yes. Yeah. Do you have a best on ground?
I do. It was rough, but Tommy Lee Jones for 85% of this is rocking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 15% there where he goes completely nuts.
Yep.
You're going a little bit into Two-Face here.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, him as Stranix, I thought was he had some balls, and especially when he turned from the nutcase into the tactical, where he sort of turns and he's just like, well, why the fuck didn't you tell me he was a SEAL? And you're like, okay, he's pretty cool here. Yeah. Who you got?
Like you said, this is tough because really no one stands out. But I gave it to Gary Busey.
He wasn't bad. He was my second choice.
Yeah. I like Gary. I just like Gary Busey. I think he's good value.
He's lost it a bit lately. I don't know how old he is. He must be like 85, yeah?
Well, he was 48 when this was made in 92, and that was 32 years ago, so he's 80, or thereabouts.
Jesus Christ.
He's looked 80 for a while.
He has looked it, yeah. Because he had that bike crash, and that sent him like absolutely nuts, didn't it? Yeah.
He's a little bit off the deep end now. Worst on ground.
I had to give it to almost, like, a special mention to Steven Seagal, because you are bad if you have more than 3 words to say.
Yep.
Like, I don't know if he was trying to put on some sort of fucking southern accent. What you doing down there, boy?
I don't know.
It was really bad. But I had to give it to Tom Wood as Private Nash. The rookie who was put outside the meat locker to watch him. I done did what this man when you said so, sir. What do you want me to do next? You're like, oh my God, he is so bad.
Yes, he is.
Sorry, Tom Wood. I don't know if he ever did anything else because I didn't look into it.
He was in US Marshals. He was in US Marshals. That's the only other thing I remember him from.
Yeah. Well, anyway, done. Private Nash. Who you got?
The same as you, but in reverse.
Ooh.
My honourable mention was him because he was shit house.
He's Seagal.
But my worst on ground was Steven Seagal.
He's so bad.
He's
so bad.
And this, you know what? This is one of, I think this is one of 3 movies he's been in that's got a positive, got a fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's this, Executive Decision, and Machete, which he's not in for very long.
The only reason I didn't give it to him is because his dry humour with Jordan Tate was really good. He's just like, oh, you don't like guns. Well, maybe you'll like him when they're shooting at you. So, like, his dry humour with her was good, but as soon as he had to put on, like, an emotional speech to get him all fired up, well, maybe we've got to fight back. And then, boy, like, it's just no good. Like, he was. I agree. Like, I had to give it to Nash because he was almost like,
you're in the Navy.
This was his.
It's not a job. It's an adventure. Thanks for that, Stephen.
Oh God,
that's great.
You're not even selling it. We know this is what do you call it? A hiring bait or recruiting bait.
Navy propaganda.
Yeah, propaganda. But you didn't even propaganda right.
You didn't propaganda it very well at all. You got to play of the day.
Oh, it was hard because this movie was no good.
But I clutched at straws.
But I clutched at the only 2 things that mattered, and that was Miss July 1989. Because that is the only thing anyone remembers about this film.
You grabbed on with both hands?
I grabbed on with both hands, and she gave me great grippage.
They look like they'd be rock hard.
And Miss July 1989 coming out of the cake was fantastic.
Okay.
I enjoyed that.
Yep.
What about you?
Yellow metal beam through the chest
Oh,
kill.
not bad. The girder.
The girder through the chest.
Yeah, all right.
That was fucking... I almost jumped out of my seat when that happened. I forgot it.
He pulls a rope. He's like, hey, girder.
Hey, girder alert.
You just got girded.
See, that's the thing. If it was Arnold, he would have been...
Look out for the Beamer.
Steal yourself.
He's like, my favorite car, Beamers.
Well, he could have even just been, don't move. Because he couldn't, obviously. He had a fucking girder through his chest.
Says it after it.
Freeze.
Freeze.
Would you watch it again?
No, unfortunately,
Are
I
we
won't.
definitive?
Yeah, because I will be watching Olympus Has Fallen.
So we're definitively saying...
Hell no to the no, no, no. Hell to the
no. Sorry, I got caught.
Should the listeners watch this?
I mean, once in a while. I mean, not once in a while. I mean, I don't know. I feel bad telling people not to watch it.
Look, and I say this again, if you're watching these movies as part of your podcast, listen, by all means.
Yes, absolutely. If you're going to listen to this, you may as well watch this.
But if you want a good version of this, watch Die Hard or Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah, fair enough. Nobody watches. Seriously.
Where did you watch?
I watched this on Stan.
You can also, I watched it on Disney Plus.
Sorry, Disney. I watched it on Disney.
Plus.
Yeah,
you can also watch it on Stan, or you can buy it on Apple TV and Amazon Prime. You can get the Blu-ray secondhand on eBay for about $10.
You can't buy it anymore.
No.
See, these were the staples when I went to JB Hi-Fi.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, you'd see Under Siege there 10 times out of 10.
Yep.
Like, there is no time you'd go, hey, I want Under Siege, and they'll be like, we don't have it.
Do you want some trivia?
Yeah, hit me with it, Malt.
Let's do some movie trivia.
Body count.
Oh, here we go. What do we got?
What do you reckon it might be? Sailors,
Let's
terrorists.
go 64.
100.
Damn, I wasn't even close.
100 even.
100 even.
Yep.
I don't know how they got that.
You got to assume all the terrorists died because the guys at the end were walking around the ship like they
I
fucking
still
owned
don't
it.
know how you get to that.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't count them. It wasn't
No,
me.
Fair enough.
One of the biggest problems that the production crew faced was
Steven Seagal.
yes, was how to give the illusion that the USS Alabama was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean when in fact it was docked in Mobile, Alabama. So
No, you belong in Mobile, Alabama.
Alabama.
to do this, the production crew created a 100-foot long barge and a 60-foot high framework and hung a giant black cloth from the framework and just moved it around behind the ship
That's beautiful.
to give the impression that it was out in the middle of the ocean.
That's beautiful. Like, that's movie magic. I
Yes.
love that.
Gary Busey described Steven Seagal as very insecure. He also said he kept pushing to add a sex scene with Eric Elniak's character so he could really get down and dirty with the actress. But all he ended up with was a kiss at the end of the movie.
How would you have a sex scene in that film?
I
Like, you literally met her fucking 4 hours ago,
Yeah.
and she is petrified for her life.
Well,
I mean, she did change her mind on guns and
Yes.
killing within 30 minutes.
yep.
So
Imagine the original line was, I don't date musicians, I don't kill people, and I don't fuck people I just met. And then he's like, well, you broke two of the first two rules about the third one.
Time to fuck.
Some casting, and this feeds into the same thing. Pamela Anderson said in 2018 that she was a contender for the role of Jordan Tate that later went to Eric Elniak, but she said she didn't get the part because she found herself in a casting couch scenario with Steven Seagal and spurned his advances. She said he told her, if you don't do it, then that girl across the hall will do it and she'll get the job. Anderson told him to give it to her then and left. Elniak, as though stated, that Seagal never acted inappropriately with her during casting or filming. However, like I said, Gary Busey would later reveal that Steven Seagal sexually harassed Elniak on set. He also revealed that Seagal suggested adding a scene where Ryback has sex with Tate.
I don't know. Like, knowing what he's done now,
Yep.
you got to wonder, like, and I understand her saying, no, he didn't do that to me. But you got to wonder, like, how... There are things like you don't want to release. Like, I don't want to know. I don't want people to know that I got the role because I did that.
Yep.
Yeah, like he is. It seems like from every statement that he's an absolute creep. And if he did that to Pamela Anderson, why would Pamela Anderson lie about
Exactly
that?
right.
There's no reason for her to lie about that. Like,
Especially 16 years later, 26 years later.
I
Do
mean,
you want some pressing?
really bad. Real bad.
And now it's time for us to branch out and decide what we'll watch next week.
What do we got?
Some pretty good
I was
options.
going to say,
Some good
this is a big
options.
fucking smorgasbord.
So this is so these are your 5.
Let's hit them.
5.
Yep.
5.
5.
Gary Busey,
Yep.
Lethal Weapon.
God damn.
Andy Romano, Major League.
Oh.
Dale Dye, Platoon.
Oh, damn again.
Dale Dye, Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Dale Dye, Saving Private Ryan.
God damn. I'll tell you right now, it's between Lethal Weapon, Platoon, and Saving Private Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? As soon as I saw it, I felt like I wanted to watch it. And I think it's Platoon.
Wow.
I think I want to watch Platoon.
You think you want to watch Platoon? I haven't seen Platoon for a long time.
Platoon. We're doing Platoon.
Platoon.
We're going to do Platoon.
Platoon.
I mean, because this gives me the biggest of branching.
Oh, fucking. Is there a more stacked male cast ever?
There couldn't. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe Avengers. But, man, fuck yeah. We'll get to Lethal Weapon again.
Oh, I mean, we have done we've gotten there a couple of times already.
Yeah.
So.
Saving Private Ryan, that is, that's a big one.
Is
And
a
I
big
think we've done a couple big ones lately. I think
That
we
is true.
We want to chill.
Dial back the
We wanna
epics a little
chill
bit.
into it.
Yeah.
But Platoon, man, yeah.
Oliver
Yeah,
Stone,
alright.
yeah. Good,
Yep.
good.
And a banging soundtrack in some places.
All right. Well, then we'll just go.
Go ahead, skin it. Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
It's got some iconic moments, this movie.
I can't see us not coming back to a 5.
I almost think that might happen.
It could be a 5
It
again.
could be, yeah.
This is a banging film.
Banging film, banging cast, banging director.
Like banging storyline.
Yep.
It's brutal.
Oh, it is. Yes.
Such a brutal film. It's going to be good.
Yeah, I
It's
think
going to
it
be
is.
interesting to talk about.
It will be. We haven't done a war movie, really, have we? Like a
Not
a
full-
military war movie.
Not a hardcore war.
No.
I think we've been sort of moving away from it, thinking it'd be hard to like take the piss out of someone getting their guts blown out.
Pretty sure it's okay.
Getting their piss blown out. Taking the piss of their piss being pissed. What do you reckon?
Oh, it's got to be a high 4 at the very least. I wouldn't surprise me if it went 5, but I'm going to say 4.7.
Okay. I'll be the higher. I'll be the higher judge. I'll go 5.
Okay.
I'll go 5 on that. Yeah.
Oh, I know it's a great movie.
Yeah. Like you said, you haven't seen it for a long time.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I watched Platoon.
No.
The scene that I remember most is when they're all getting high off the shotgun, and it's got the song going, "Tracks of My Tears" by Smokey Robinson.
Yeah.
Like that. And Johnny Depp's there, and Charlie Sheen, and they're all they use the shotgun as like a pipe. They put the weed in the shotgun shell and smoke it through the pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. That's interesting.
Yes.
Like, we can't go hard like Gladiator and go, that's a fucking 5, because we just haven't seen it for a long
No,
time.
that's all right.
So this would be good.
It'll
It'd
be
be
good.
really good. Yep.
All right. Very good.
Yeah. Ready for Keys?
I'm ready for Keys.
Ready for
Always
Keys?
ready for
Keys is ready for us, I reckon. You ready, Keys? Oh, he's ready.
Always.
On fire lately, like
Thanks,
for the last month,
Oh,
2 months.
Yeah. It's like he's got his groove back.
Yeah. He must have gone through some depression. And as bad friends, we never asked him about it.
Oh,
so,
are we even friends with him? I'm not sure.
Jeez, lucky he didn't hear that over
Yeah, I
the
know.
keys.
The clinkling of the ice in his glass.
As he smashes down his 4th scotch for the night. Double shot.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for listening. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Leave us a rating. Leave us a review. It helps us out. If you know someone who might like to listen to us and share an episode with them, you can drop us a line by email to movietreepod@gmail.com. Check us out on socials, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok and YouTube. Check out our topic episode that drops every 2 weeks on a Thursday in Australia, on a similar time frame in other parts of the world.
Time means nothing.
Yes, it's all relative and relevant and irrelevant.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So come and climb the movie tree with us again next week when we go all wartime depression and sadness and melancholy with Platoon.
Yeah, we got everything in there. Adios, sailors. That was a bit gay.
It was a bit, yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with
There's
that.
no,
So,
definitely.
adios, sailor.
That's probably worse.
Adios, hello.
That's
Oh my God, Senator is adios.